Hey fourth graders, welcome back and congratulations. Since you're watching this video, it probably means that you have successfully completed our first two grammar lesson targets. So good job. Our lesson target for today is G.1.C. I'm learning to identify proper nouns and how to capitalize them in my writing. And you'll know that you can do this when you're able to help another writer revise a paper that has capitalization errors. So let's move over to our board here. We've been talking about nouns in our first two videos, and we're going to keep talking about nouns. We've seen that nouns can be classified as a person, a place, or a thing. We've also seen that nouns can be singular or plural. Well, today we're going to learn that nouns can be classified in another way. They can be either common or proper, and we're going to learn about the difference between a common and a proper noun right now. So let's take a look at this word right here. We know this word is man, and we know that man is a noun because it's a person. But if I were to just say the word man, I could be talking about anybody. I could be talking about myself, or Mr. Flores, or Mr. Bowles, or your dad, or Big Joe down at the restaurant. I could be talking about pretty much any man in the whole world if I just said the word man. So we don't really know who I'm talking about. Now what if I were to say player? Okay, that narrows it down a little bit. But player is still a common noun because I don't know who exactly I'm talking about. I could be talking about a baseball player or a hockey player or a piano player, just any kind of player. So I still don't really know what I'm talking about or who I'm talking about. Okay, this word's a little bit more specific. This word is quarterback. Again, it's a noun because a quarterback is a person. But I still don't know who I'm talking about. I could be talking about Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or Drew Brees, or any of the other quarterbacks, or even high school or college quarterbacks. So it's still a common noun, because I don't know exactly who I'm talking about. Well, let's take a look at this picture right here. And this picture right here will shed some light on the situation. Of course, that is Tony Romo, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. Now, the words Tony Romo is a proper noun because we know exactly who I'm talking about because I've given you the name. So another way of thinking about a proper noun is it is the name of something or somebody. So Tony Romo is definitely a proper noun. Let's take a look at another example. If I were to look at this word right here, city, again, it's a noun because a city is a place, but I don't know exactly what city I'm talking about. I could be talking about Haslett or Dallas or New York or Boston or Paris, any city in the whole world, really. But if I were to say Fort Worth, and hopefully you can see that okay, if I were to say Fort Worth, then I know that I'm talking about Fort Worth, Texas, and Fort Worth then is a proper noun because it is the name of a city. Okay, let's take a look at one more example. If I were to show you the word building, boy, again, that could be anything. It could be your house. It could be the Shell station down at the corner. It could be one of the big, tall buildings in downtown Fort Worth. It could be the White House. All those are buildings. The word building is a common noun because it's just something. I don't know what I'm talking about yet. It's not the name of anything. Okay, that word is obviously school. Again, school is a common noun because I could be talking about any school, Northwest High School or Wilson Middle School, Butler University, which is the college that I went to. We're talking about any school. So again, school is a common noun. But if I were to get a little bit more specific and I were to say Sendera Ranch Elementary, I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the name of a school. So again, Sendera Ranch Elementary is a proper noun. Okay, so let's go look at our board now. So on the left-hand side, we've got our list of common nouns. And on the right-hand side, our list of proper nouns. So we see the word man, and then next to it, Tony Romo. Man being common and Tony Romo being proper. We've got city and Fort Worth. And then we've got school and Sendera Ranch Elementary School. Now look at that right-hand column under proper nouns. I want you to notice something. What do you notice about each of those words in the proper noun column? I'm going to give you a second to think about it. Every word in that column has something in common. Something that's the same. And you're right. Every word under the proper noun column is capitalized. Let's take a look at Tony Romo. We've capitalized the T for Tony and the R for Romo. Fort Worth, the F for Fort and the W for Worth. And then look at Sendero Ranch Elementary School. Every word in that phrase, Sendero Ranch Elementary and School, are all capitalized. So what's kind of cool about proper nouns is that we have to capitalize them. We have to begin them with a capital letter. So now that you know a little bit more about common and proper nouns, you're probably asking yourself, okay, what does Mr. Mahler want me to do about that? Well, tomorrow when you get into school, if you'll go into the flex space and in the pocket chart in there, you will find a worksheet that will help you practice identifying common versus proper nouns. And I'll help you check that over, and you can even work with a buddy to complete it. But when you're ready, your performance of understanding, the final activity to show me that you know exactly the difference between common and proper nouns, I'm going to give you an essay that I wrote called Mr. Mahler's Life. And it is full of capitalization errors. I've capitalized common nouns, I've not capitalized proper nouns. I wrote it back before I knew a lot about common and proper nouns. So I made a lot of mistakes, and I need you to help me fix those mistakes. So when you're ready for that final performance of understanding, let me know. And the essay called Mr. Mahler's Life will again be in the pocket chart that's in the flex space, and you can work through that. And when you've identified all the errors correctly, we'll know that you have mastered the concept of proper nouns and how to capitalize them. So thank you for joining me today. Have a great rest of the evening.